St. James's Palace, representatives of all the Allied governments are honoured by a visit from the King when they assemble to pledge themselves to mutual assistance in continuing the struggle against oppression until victory is won, and to affirm, to quote the actual wording of their resolution, that there can be no settled peace and prosperity so long as free peoples are coerced into submission to domination by Germany or her associates, or live under the threat of such coercion. Cathay Gazette is privileged to offer extracts from the powerful and stirring speech made by the Prime Minister.
Here before us, on this table, lie the title deeds of 10 nations or states whose soil has been invaded and polluted, and whose men, women, and children lie prostrate or writhing under the Hitler yoke. What tragedies, what horrors, what crimes has Hitler and all that Hitler stands for brought upon Europe and the world? The ruins of Warsaw, of Rotterdam, of Belgrade, are monuments which will long recall to future generations the outrage of the unopposed air bombing applied with calculated and scientific cruelty to helpless populations. Here in London and throughout the cities of our island, and in Ireland, there may also be seen the marks of devastation. They are being repaid, and presently they will be more than repaid. The prisons of the continent no longer suffice. The concentration camps are overcrowded. Every dawn the firing parties are at their work. Every dawn the German volleys crash. Czechs, Poles, Dutchmen, Norwegians, Serbs and Greeks, Frenchmen, Belgians, Yugoslavs make the final sacrifice for faith and country. It is upon this foundation that Hitler, with his tattered lackey Mussolini at his tail and Admiral Darloff frisking at his side, pretends to build out of hatred, appetite, and racial assertion a new order for Europe. Never did so mocking a fantasy obsess the mind of mortal man. It will not be by German hands that the structure of Europe will be rebuilt, or the union of the European family achieved. Hitler may turn and trample this way and that through tortured Europe. He may spread his course far and wide and carry his curse with him. He may break into Africa or into Asia. But it is with us, here in this island fortress, that he will have to reckon and settle in the end. With the help of God, of which we must all feel daily conscious, we shall continue steadfast in faith and duty till our task is done. This then, my lords and gentlemen, is the message which we send forth today to all the states and nations, bond or free, to all the men in all the lands who care for freedom's cause, to all our allies and well-wishers in Europe, to our American friends and helpers drawing ever closer in their might across the ocean. This is the message. Lift up your hearts. All will come right. Out of the depths of sorrow and of sacrifice will be born again the glory of mankind.